Breath of the Wild took the open world genre by storm. Yeah, folks just say it's Zelda's take on the open world formula, but I don't think I'd be alone in saying that the hold it had over the Nintendo community back in 2017 was absolutely immense. And, in tandem with the Switch's launch, so many folks were foaming at the mouth just for a chance to play as a shirtless Lonk. So, when folks got their hands on the game, they weren't disappointed. Barring everything that's inherently fantastic about the game, playing through it for the first time just felt so magical. And there were surprises around every corner. Who can forget shooting a lightning arrow at a cliffside only to reveal a brand new shrine? Their first time experiencing a blood moon, or seeing a dragonfly across the sky. Funny enough, when the game first launched, my friends and I didn't have a Switch, but I did have the ever-loved Wii U. I remember downloading it off the Wii U eShop and then taking like 3 hours. But man, when we started playing... Breath of the Wild is a spectacular game, and certainly one that folks put up there with their all-time favorites. And after the Season Pass finished its run and people could finally experience Link doing donuts on a motorcycle... Okay, well, canonically at least. People were hungry for the next mainline Zelda title. So, when the initial trailer for Tears of the Kingdom dropped in 2019, and it looked to be a legitimate sequel to Breath of the Wild, something that rarely happens in the Zelda universe, people got pretty excited to say the least. So, all there was left to do was wait, right? Right.
Day 15! Give it up for Day 15! Day 23! Give it up for Day
20,650.
Day
1,120.
But then, we got another look into the land of Hyrule with another trailer in 2021. More story elements, a sweeping score, and imagery reminiscent of Skyloft. Hey, here's a picture Sophia drew of me and her reacting to it. Love you, baby. But then, as if it were repeating a pattern, nothing. For over a year, actually. Unless you count the game being delayed as new information. Nice. However, on the Nintendo Direct on February 8th, 2023, we likely got the last trailer we'll see before the game releases. For the most part, it seemed to be a hit with all the fans, and it has folks looking forward to the new game. But for me, somewhere in my hype train Nintendo fan heart, something felt off. Yeah, this is a new Zelda game. Hell, it's a new Breath of the Wild game. But isn't that all the game's going to be? To me, Tears of the Kingdom is looking to be more of a big DLC pack opposed to a new game introducing new ideas. Kinda akin to something like Ned's Undead Island from Borderlands, or one of the many huge Elder Scrolls DLCs. Only a good bit meatier. Yeah, I know the game isn't even out yet, but by looking at the gameplay and the trailers, I'm just not sold. Ganon's back, and some history of Hyrule is about to be revealed that's gonna shake little old Terry Town to its core. So Link and Zelda have to get to the bottom of things. Correction. Link has to get to the bottom of things, as it seems like Zelda is in trouble or somehow unavailable to help. Maybe one day we'll get a playable Zelda in a canon game. New weapons, new Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts-esque vehicles, and new Sheikah Slate abilities. Sounds great, right? But does it really sound 6 years in the making great? Is it really striving to be a new experience with the same framework and engine as Breath of the Wild? Or is this Nintendo playing it safe?
No!
Well, let's talk about it for a bit. Let's start with the premise of the game. At first glance, Link is looking a bit more Bear Grylls-esque than usual, and his arm is kind of in rough shape, like Finn from Adventure Time. An ancient evil has been reawakened, one that Zelda thinks Link might not be able to handle, and the game looks like it'll open up from there. Intriguing? Yeah, but it doesn't really hold a candle to the hype that was built around the story of Breath of the Wild. So much mystery and intrigue around the story, and how it was such a departure from past games. Things felt nuanced, but revealed in a grandiose fashion. Why do we see a homeless Link one moment, but a Link who's a soldier in a war the next? Who are these voice-acted and interesting characters from the unique Zelda races and species? So much mystery, but the details that were showcased in each trailer were exciting and easy to engage with. Now, let's take a look at the Tears of the Kingdom trailers, and let's absolutely give credit where credit is due. The first trailer is absolutely chilling, and made fans curious on which direction the story would turn. The more eldritch and ancient undertones of the trailer, with some, at least in my opinion, nods to Twilight Princess with the score, were great. Definitely a hype trailer for the Nintendo history books. But the following two trailers sort of blend together. Link soaring through the skies of Hyrule was a hype moment to say the least, but I would have loved to see how the skies of Hyrule differ from the land of Hyrule. Is there going to be a new race that lives up there? Why are we up there? Now these things will obviously be answered in the game, but the fact that nothing very unique to the sky is shown off makes me feel a bit underwhelmed. Especially because by this time in Breath of the Wild's launch, we knew so much more about the game. As for the final trailer, I'm kinda mixed. Ganon, or whatever antagonist that's doing the voiceover, sounds great, and the Blood Moon being immediately present shows that it'll likely play a bigger part in the story when compared to its predecessor. But then we get into a territory that's a bit more gimmicky. Showing off Link's new toolkit is exciting, but some of them feel like they exist to meet a quota. The vehicles are going to be a blast to build. I mean, folks don't have to use trees to fly around anymore across the map, so that's pretty cool.
That was lame.
But it all seems a bit forced,
That's it?
opposed to a natural extension of Breath of the Wild. All in all, the information released about Tears of the Kingdom does build excitement, but not nearly as much as I thought I'd feel. Although the game isn't out yet, I would have liked the format of the marketing to feel a bit more interesting. And I'm not talking about major story elements being discussed in trailers, or lore dumps, or fish. I'm just talking about some new things we can expect, whether that be in the story, the environments, or the gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, it's a bit disappointing to me that there haven't been more differences shown. Breath of the Wild gameplay was fantastic, and the fact that they're sticking to that is a bit reassuring in a sense, but I don't know. It feels like the developers are playing things a little too safe here. I mean, we established 4 new champions of Hyrule last game, and Zelda has proved to be a competent individual based off the flashbacks alone. Why not grant us control over one of them? It would be great to see Yunobo explore the depths of the tomb that we saw, with his race being so connected to the Earth. And being able to soar freely through the skies of Hyrule with all the new things it's going to offer as Teba sounded like a no-brainer to me, and a more natural extension of what a sequel should have. Sure, the map of Hyrule should be the same. After all, it's a sequel in the same location. But are we going to see the dev team expound upon that? Maybe have the castle area under reconstruction after all of those years of it falling to decay. Maybe we can do some side quests to rebuild the castle, work with the Royal Guard to take out local factions of moblins in the area, or use our Sheikah Slate to rebuild structures. Okay, I know that last one is kinda boring, but it could happen. Sadly though, I don't know how many of these new additions will actually be in the game come May. I'd imagine any other playable characters would have been shown off by now, or hints at a new tribe or faction of Hylians would have been at the very least heavily hinted at. Hey dudes, future Adam here. So actually, I found this video later on about the Zonai tribe. It is a tribe that might have had some place in Breath of the Wild and is looking to have some place in Tears of the Kingdom. Nintendo Black Crisis right here made this great video on it. You should go watch that if you're interested in any tribes that could be in the new game. Sorry about not knowing and then writing a script on it. It just sucks to feel like Nintendo isn't putting their best foot forward with this one. But hey, building cars will be pretty fun, right? Listen, I know, I sound super negative about Tears of the Kingdom, but trust me, I'm gonna buy the game just like everyone else. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna love it. But when a sequel takes almost 7 years to make, expectations start to rise. Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2, Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2.
Door to Darkness?
And hell, even Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, all of these things brought so many new additions and spins on gameplay to their respective series that it's hard to not want more out of a sequel to a generationally defining game. And the sequel is $70 while the original was $60? You know, I'm not even gonna touch that one. Look, all I'm saying is to expect more from the multi-million-dollar company opposed to expecting less. The Switch as a console in general seems like it's been playing things a bit too safe. And when that starts to bleed into game development, it starts to sting the consumer a little too much. The delays were one thing, but to have a Zelda game feel underwhelming is a sin that I think no one is able to forgive. But believe me when I say this, I hope I'm wrong. I hope the game is everything I ever can ask it to be, and this video ages horribly. But until then, let's just keep holding out that Tears of the Kingdom will be worth the 7-year wait. Hey y'all, thank you so much for watching this here video. This is my first longer formatted, scripted, content style, whatever video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. For everyone new here, this is actually a Let's Play channel, so if you want to hear more of my voice and more of Sophia's voice, and see some fun edited content similar to what was in this video. We have a ton of games we played, and I would really appreciate it if you guys checked it out. And let me know in the comments if there's anything you guys are looking forward to in Tears of the Kingdom, or anything you guys are worried about, or stuff like that. I would really love to hear from each and every one of you, so go down there and type a comment and do whatever. Until next time, I will see you all later. So take care.